Don't try this at home, people. You might lose an ear. Good morning. Hello passion fruits, it's your girl VH with another video. In today's video we are going to talk about how to prevent territorial behavior in your owl. Tip number 1. Never let your owl sit higher than you. When I used to live in my small studio, which had a small mezzanine, Lucky used to fly up onto the mezzanine whenever I let her fly freely around the house. And in the beginning I made an effort to always go get her when she flew up there, but after a while I got sick and tired of it and I just let her sit there. And this made her pretty territorial, because when an owl sits higher than you, for the owl this means that he or she is dominant over you. And if you let this go on for long enough, your owl will become dominant and eventually territorial. So, if possible, make sure that your owl never sits higher than you. And this brings us up to tip number 2, because it's not always going to be possible to prevent your owl from sitting higher than you. For example, a year ago I moved to a really big house, which is where I live now. When I let Lucky fly freely around the house now, she will go sit on the couch or she will land on a chair, but if there's an open door, for example, she might go sit on the top of the door, and if I'm sitting in the couch, then, well, she'll be sitting higher than me. If I have to get up every time to get her off of the door, I mean, she'll just fly back up on the door, and, you know, it's really frustrating and tiring, so I just don't make the effort of doing that. And so tip number 2 is, don't let your owl fly freely around the house for too long. Half an hour is long enough. And this is to prevent your owl from getting territorial as well. If it is flying freely around the house all day, it will get the chance to sit higher than you for way too long, and it will become dominant and territorial. Also, the fact that it can be freely around the house for hours in a row will make your owl look at the house like its own territory. And you really don't want that. Tip number 3. Make sure to move your owl around. Switch it up. What do I mean by this? You guys probably already know by now that I keep Lucky on a perch inside my house. I don't keep her in a cage and I don't keep her in an aviary outside. I keep her inside on a perch. For those of you who don't know, a perch is either a bow on which your owl is sitting, or a flat perch, which is, you know, kind of a, I don't know how to explain this in English, a thing with a plateau, and your owl can sit on the plateau. So I keep my owl on a bow perch. So what do I mean by switch it up? By switch it up I mean moving your owl's perch around the house from time to time. For example, Lucky might be standing in the living room for a month, and then I will put her in another room for a day, or I will put her in another spot in the living room for a few weeks. And this is to prevent Lucky from considering that certain spot as her territory. To be honest, she already does this, because when she was young I didn't have the habit of moving her around, and this made her territorial. It's not the end of the world though, but you know, it's pretty natural for an owl in captivity to attack visitors it doesn't know when they visit your house, but still, you kind of want to do your best to prevent this. So if you want to prevent it, then you should start from a really young age to move your owl around. That wasn't correct English at all, I apologize. What I mean is, if you don't want your owl to become territorial, make sure to move your owl's box and perch around the house from time to time. I say box because when your owl is still young, please don't poop on me. When your owl is still young, it won't be standing on a perch yet. You will be keeping it in a box because young owls aren't able to stand yet. You can only move your owl to the perch from the moment it has been sleeping, standing up for a couple of nights in a row. Tip number 4. Never allow your owl to sit on your head. This will make your owl super dominant if you allow it. Yes, I know, it's fun and it can be funny, but it also gives people the wrong idea. It gives people who don't know anything about owls the idea that owls aren't dangerous at all, that their talons don't hurt you, and that they are teddy bears, which they are not. And it will encourage people to ask other falconers to put eagle owls on their head for a picture, for example, which is really stupid because you cannot put an eagle owl on your head. Like, do you want to die? Okay, but you know, besides the wrong image that you will give people, it will make your owl dominant, so please don't allow it. Tip number 5, and you should start with this from when your owl is super young, from the beginning. Invite all kinds of different people to your house. Young people, old people, small people, big people, people with glasses, people with hats, children, quiet people, loud people, all kinds of people. And let them approach your owl's box if your owl is still young, or your owl's perch if your owl is already older. Let them approach your owl. You should never allow this. What was I saying? Yes, you should let people approach your owl's box or your owl's perch and let the people pet your owl. You should warn people in advance that it might be possible that your owl is going to try to bite them. And of course then only the tough, badass people should approach the owl, because a lot of people are going to be like, oh well, never mind then. So find people who are courageous and who are willing to help you raise your owl. So warn them about what might happen, but if your owl is still young, they won't be that scared. And teach them how to handle your owl when it showcases bad behavior. Teach them how to grab your owl's beak and shake it around gently. So I probably shouldn't say shake it around, move it around gently to punish it whenever it tries to bite them. This is how you correct this kind of behavior in an owl. This way your owl will be taught, oh, I can't bite strangers in the house, you know. I will make a video about how to do that later. I will make a video about how to punish your owl without hurting your owl by shaking its beak. So yeah, let people approach the perch or the box, let them pet your owl. If it tries to bite them, teach them how to correct the behavior in a safe way. Also, put the owl on people's lap so they can pet the owl on their lap. You should probably lay a towel over their laps so that if your owl poops, the people aren't going to be grossed out. But yeah, all that kind of stuff will turn your owl into a nice, social, non-territorial owl. Your owl should learn that it is not its house, it is your house, and you decide who comes in and who goes out. I will be honest with you guys, territorial behavior is kind of natural for an owl, but you know, it can be prevented to some extent. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. I make videos a lot. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! Hey! She just tried to bite my earring! Oh my god! earring. This is not a foe, it's a friend. Are you serious? Yeah. It's just an earring, baby. You don't have to attack my earring. Why are you attacking my earring? I thought you would like my earring, baby. My God, she's adorable. I didn't know you didn't like shiny earrings. That's new. That's new, darling. You're so cute. She's looking at the earring again. Oh my God. I'm going to have my ear ripped off. Bye, guys.